Greetings, mortals. I am Natas, the ruler of the world, and today we'll be reacting to the newest chapter of Four Knights of the Apocalypse, chapter 118, titled The Battle Trigger. So I guess we're finally gonna start this battle between the Chaos Knights and the Prophesized Knights, which is a bit long considering the fact that, it's kind of weird that we got the setup for these fights to start up like at the beginning. As soon as they were like going on a move to find the behemoth, and then the whole behemoth situation was solved before the Caps even like truly started it. But I guess better late than never. And I suppose it does make sense to get around the tedious stuff first, and then go deal with the whole Percival life spirit situation, all that thing. But yeah. Anyways, let's start this chapter off with the cover page, which has first of all just some bird flying around, which I think is just supposed to be like more of what the cover was supposed to be thinking of, not something that's gonna happen in the future, or something that's happened in the past. Because I mean, it's drawing a way where I think it's more like realistic way, but it's supposed to be different because again, it doesn't have anything to do with the current story. So yeah. So we have the first page, which we have basically the captains reacting to what's going on, everything. As we have Tristan, I believe, saying, "The behemoth is asleep." There someone else saying, "That's why all the shaking and ash went away." Makes sense. I mean, that seems kind of the obvious. The behemoth was the reason for the shaking and the ash. So if he's asleep, both of them will stop. So yeah, makes sense. As they have Nausea saying, "But how and when even the behemoth?" As they have Puzzle responding with, "The behemoth kind of called me in." As they put somebody like, "You mean when you were in that trance?" As Puzzle's like, "I guess so." As there we have Lancelot asking Puzzle, "So what happened in there, Percy?" As Puzzle like a bit twitch as he's like, "What do I say? I don't like saying. I want to say everything." As then we have Puzzle being, what happened? I just talked a little with the life spirits inside of Behemoth. As then we have Chion getting like his eyeballs twitching, and he's like, "Huh? You talked with the life spirits? Oh, Pool, the other one, the one, life spirits are amongst the loftiest of all spiritual creatures. Some peon like you." As then then we have Anne just pushing Chion aside as he's stalking, which is fine. But at this point, I really wish someone would just start physically beating Chion for wherever he's saying stuff like that. Like, how do I say that? Like, legitimately speaking, it's Chion. Why the fuck are you still? Is there such a thing you're against? You know there's something weird with Percival's magic because of the way it works. He can revive himself endlessly, from what we know, and honestly, even from what we know, he can revive himself endlessly. And just in general, there's something really weird off about Percival. Hell, your own spirits that's had a negative reaction. Clearly, there is something about Percival that's weird. And also, a peon. Okay, let's because Peon go up against Percival. Like, let's see what's gonna happen. Like, let's see you, Almighty Cheon, guy who thinks that Trisha can handle everything, go up against Percival in one-on-one combat and see how it's gonna go. Because something tells me it's gonna end with you with your head in the ground, your legs in the air, and your torso in a mountain, and that in the first 5 seconds. So yeah, I really am again like just getting kind of frustrated with, but again, like Gian's character, his reasoning and all that is fine, but I really feel like someone should get him a bit of more of a beatdown because of the way sometimes he acts. But regardless, we have Anne into asking Percival, she's pushing John away with, "Are you sure you're okay?" As Percival just kind of looks sideways, kind of like not wanting to say anything. He's like, "Yeah, I'm just fine, Anne." As then we have Anne be like, "Oh, well, alright then." No, so we were catching, is this like the first time that Percival lied or something? No, the thing about it is, it's possible that what Percival, it's difficult to say what exactly was referring to. When he says, "Yeah, he's fine in terms of like, I'm mentally stable. I'm physically fine. It's just like it's kind of I have a bit of conflicted feelings on certain aspects of it. Because again, like he's clearly lying. It's like, oh yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm fine. Yep, it's fine. Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, but yeah. But it's kind of like he's not. There's no like real specific malicious kind of thing. It's like you don't want to reveal all of your cards. I mean, that's like one of those things where you have to wonder, like, what part is lying and what parts are secrets. Like, secrets don't mean you have to lie. If you know, they're secrets. If you don't give any thing you have to question someone, it's not really lies. It's like kind of the whole conflict with superheroes if they should tell or how much they're lying on stuff. But yeah, if like you don't tell them where you are truly, it's kind of different things. So I think he's more like I'm fine in terms of everything stable, but I'm conflicted. I have conflicted feelings about some stuff, but you don't have to worry about those stuff. And the other person was just kind of saying, yeah. And also, someone's question on exactly how things are going, so there's like no indication of lies and all that. But maybe again, or maybe here's a question: Would if because I thought the person was a live spirit, would it be possible that it's not so much that he doesn't lie; it's more that his lies are not processed in the same sense as humans. Like he can lie in terms of I can keep I in terms of like it's gotta be immune kind of deal, but I don't know exactly. Anyways, they have Isola looking around a bit. She's like, and something's the matter. As then we have Isola realize something. And she's like, ah! Everybody, look at that thing! They're all kind of starting to point so starting to point at something as then all turning to their side. And they're realizing that the the portal to Camelot was well, Isola found the portal to Camelot as we see like one building flying in the air from that way. And we see that like apparently the knights literally just were like Albion was walking, it fell and collapsed to the ground, and then the guys literally just jumped down, and it was like they just had to like turn, I think left by looks of things. Yeah, I think they had to turn to no, they had to turn to their right. Like it was literally like right on their right side. So yeah, convenient. Oh, yet is it convenient? So yeah, they found that quickly. I mean, you could make a case maybe they were just going the right direction from the beginning, like they magical force something, but it's got with how Quillos it was. And then we have the free hand that's calling out, be like, "That's the door, isn't it?" Yeah, I'll give you the first effect. Is like a weird little space between it where you can see a floating building. Then we see the demons be like, Schwarzberg, "It has to be," which now makes me kind of question if that this isn't just some kind of illusion because the way it has to be. So that's kind of raise the question. And then Tristan being like, Camelot on the other side of that portal. Come on, everyone, hurry up! All right, so this is a bit of a debate on what the heck. Okay, this is just stupid. Like, again, let's ignore the fact that again, I don't think the characters should really be able to go up against full force Camelot in the current state. Let's ignore that. But like, let's think about this. You guys have allies still captured like Chaos Knights. These Chaos Knights can still come after you, and if they do not come after you right away, they're probably sending a message as you guys are running towards it to inform Arthur. The Four Knights of the Apocalypse found the portal. We'll follow them after. We'll follow them after this. Essentially, this ladder go on, and that type of shit. But like, it just feels like so stupid. Like, why are you guys looking so smug and happy about it? You're going to the enemy's kind of territory, extremely underpowered. Like, why? But regardless, then we have Percival being logical. Well, being logical in terms of, hey, there's still people we need to save first. And Percival's like, wait, we need to get Gawain back before that. And then Donnie, who's about to start running, is like, oh, right, yeah. And I guess he completely forgot, like, the Tristan Platoon Idiots War, but to be fair, he's more supposed to be comedic than the actual after movement. But regardless, they have not just looking Percival, then we have Anne be like, I'll help you with that. Why are you guys speeding up? Like, why are you people in such a rush? Like, the portal apparently just seems to be active 24/7, so unless you guys are worried about being destroyed in the crossfire, I don't know why you guys are so panicking. But anyways, then we have Tomatol jump past Gawain as going out. She's like, guys, run as fast as you can. As then we have Tomato ride like a couple, like right up, well, right at the four knights as he's like kneeling as he's grabbing his katana. As Tomato's like, "You're not going anywhere." As then we have all them looking at him as they are get shocked by his speed. As have Lancer who's not even looking at him. As then we have Tomato, we got our page spread where we have Tomato like going about grabbing the katana as he used sword draw art merciless high wind, which I think there is a panel in the original series that has a very similar image because in the Ross I think they had like one image of Nauseons like doing a very similar type of pose and everything. If it's again, it's Nauseons, we don't have it. No, Nauseons, Nanashi. Yeah, Nanashi. If it is him, we don't have it confirmed. And I do think there's a different name for this move that he does here, like the Merciless High Wind. Although to be fair, he could just be using different names. But we'll have to wait and see. As then we have him like swing his blade. As then we see an outfit spread where we have like the showing of the damage. As we have like the bunch of those I guess let's call them trees or zits or whatever they are supposed to be on the behemoth being cut, getting sliced. As Tometoi looks at it, as he sees his blade kind of like being ricocheted backwards. Well, he has been ricocheted backwards as he sees Lancelot's leg. As we have Tometoi being like, "You saw the strike coming, Ming." As we have Lancelot again having his hands in the pockets, he goes for another kick as he straight up kicks Tomato right in the stomach, being all like cool badass like as he still has his hands in the pocket. And yeah, I am taking you down. But then Tomato, he's like, I don't want to say Tomato has a smug face because he has that helmet that completely covers his mouth. And I think that like kind of smirk or smile that mask helmet has is like a constant thing. Like, I don't think it's like it can change its form even though it's more of a face fight type of way. But you gotta see then has like this opportunity where he grabs Lancelot's arm, and Lancelot's like, wait. Am I actually not going to be looking badass in this fight completely? Or am I actually gonna look cool? Because again, like Lancelot's like one of those characters where if he is as powerful as we're led to believe, he could like break the plot, or the plot simply does not work. He's like that stupid rat hair captain of the Yonko in One Piece, where despite apparently being so much more powerful than the other Yonkos, he for some reason just sits around, drinks his ass off, and deals with Captain Mid and Rooster. Because those two are more important to deal with, not the Blackbeard pirates, the Rooster and Captain Mid. But yeah, anyways, we have Tomatolo using that force that Lancelot was using on him to like fly both of them up in the air away from everyone as Buster was like, Lancelot! But you know, that's rare to see. Which I'll be totally honest, I'm kind of surprised that Tomatoli is gonna be taken away to go fight Lancelot. Like, I'm not surprised Lancelot is all the way because again, like, Lancelot's like one of those characters that I can just see him. Again, I think I said last chapter, Lancelot will just be like, boom, 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 and defeat all the Chaos Knights. Like, he would not have that hard of a time. Like, even Tomato here, he like just had his hands in the pocket where he kicked them away and I like kicked him away kind of deal. So it's like not really surprised that he was taken away. Just kind of surprising that Lancelot was taken away by Tomatov. Because like I thought Tomatov's gonna fight Tristan, like you know, him being as powerful as an archangel, and even stronger if you consider the fact that the archangels have their graces, and those seem to be that powerful without their graces. While this guy doesn't have any graces, he's very unlikely to have graces, and he's on their level and you know, Dumbledore defeated Schwartz and the demons, and Christian lost to the demons, so it would make sense that he in this arc, it's like his victory over Dumbledore to show you like I am greater or something. But no, I guess it's just gonna be Lancelot versus Dumbledore. hopefully not be like a one side that beat down by Lancelot, since again like Lancelot's all how Lancelot does things. Like he did that against the Dark Talismans, he did that against awful people, and he did that against the demons. Well, okay, to be fair, he and Gawain joined together, but I think most people say that Lancelot did most of the work on his own. Maybe he like beat everyone down, but then Gawain like used magic to dispel their brainwashing or something. But anyways, they have the rest of the platoon kind of reacting to the whole situation. I was like, wait, so did he just try to slice us and the door apart? Because they were so fast that he couldn't really like pause what the heck was going on, type of deals. Which that's at least what I'm assuming is going on. But yeah, that's I guess supposed to say how much faster Tomatola is. As they're more like saying he predicted the slash and the fact that they're just enough, truly the work of a genius. Every bit the monster I heard to tell of. Which kind of fine that you heard about Lancer, but you didn't want to know that he can read people's minds. Although to be fair, you could say maybe he doesn't know that part. That part's not known, but still kind of weird that he would not that he would go with genius instead of just he read Tomato's mind and he just deflected the slash and all that type of shit. As if Patricia immediately turned to the side, be like, "Is the door still all right?" As we cut to the slice scene, as we see we see that the door was like just missed, like it's like a couple of meters from being sliced in half, which just make me wonder if this would actually have worked on the door. Since again, like the door seems like so weird. It seems like the door is just behind the two pillars or whatever those things are. And again, like it's a form of magic, so I'm not entirely certain if that's how it would work. But so I do have to wonder if some of the Chaos Knights from Camelot are gonna be able to see or report stuff. Since again, like, I mean, it definitely don't really say where they are or if there's anything specific. All we saw was like a building. So if someone looked at the portal, someone was watching over the portal or whatever in Camelot, there's like a guard who's like, all right, if a demon or someone enters here, we're gonna beat them down or something. Again, like I don't think this was intentional, especially the way how the Chaos Knights talked about it. But yeah, I guess you probably see the slides or the four nights, and he'll probably report back to it. Or maybe this will be a thing. Like if they enter Camelot, I could see a situation where like in when we transition to Arthur, he'll be like, "Ah, so you saw them entering and beating the shit out of the Mortlak and his gang, huh? Ah, how unfortunate to see they lost. But I suppose it's better that they are in Camelot. After all, home field. This is where we have our home field advantage." And setting up the next arc in the invasion, the arc that hopefully makes the captors realize how much underpowered they are compared to go like alone into their battle against everyone in Camelot. Honestly, I do have to wonder if Gawain does have a way to leave Camelot, and that is something that she was thinking of when in the beginning when they were like talking about moving from Camelot to Camelot and all that portals. Like she did look like curious about something, so maybe she can leave and enter Camelot on her own free will, or at least she was able to, or at least has a way to it. As they're cheering and be like, "Yes, it's fine." She's like, "Pew." And then we have Mortlek and the rest of the Chaos Knights kind of leaving the prisoners, and they're just going forward to a fight. And they're Mortlek saying, "We cannot allow you to take one more step. The prophecy shall meet its end here today, as our only real powerful fighter has left, and the rest of us are, well, I'm pretty sure we have an underage girl and a guy who's just been on from our practice this ship. But and the others are barely, are not even stronger than me. They are way weaker than me. I am certain we're gonna be able to take you two down." But yeah, anyways, they have Anne recognizing Mortlak, and she's like, "That guy," as Imposter says, "he took Ironside away after our fight in Sistana." So yeah, they also remember who Mortlak is. As they have Mortlak telling Percival, "I would have preferred if my brother-in-law Ironside gave you the punishment you so richly deserve, but I suppose I will accept the task instead." So I guess this confirms that whatever Percival and Percival is in all the situations, that Mortlak in some ways knows it. Like in terms of, because again, last chapter or the chapter before the last one, he said that he's a fine young man and all. and complimented him, but here he's like, I'll give you your punishment that you rightfully deserve. So maybe he's like aware of it. So he has to know it. Like, he hates him in terms of what he did to his sister and his sister's child. Which makes me kind of wonder if this is going to be something that's going to be mentioned, or maybe that's something the person was going to try to figure out. Or he's going to try to learn more from Mortlag, because he clearly knows more. Like, this is why Mortlag is such a difficult character to really guess where he's going to be going. Like, he could die, but he also knows a lot of important stuff, so is he going to be not informed on what's going on and all that stuff. But yeah, anyways. Then we have Mortlag telling Percival of the Four Knights of the Apocalypse, I hereby challenge you to a one-on-one duel! As then he says that, which is odd, since why would they go into a one-on-one duel of things? And judging by Rosebank, he's not challenging a traditional chance like a swordsman to swordsman. Seems to be something else. Is there Rosebank saying, first of all, don't give him a reply. If you do, you're done for. Which which now makes me kind of think that this is kind of like that old Mortlag has some kind of like ability that if you reply to him in some way, it will have a consequence or depend on your reply. As if Don Beak, like, huh? Why is she telling us something very important like that? Like, this is a very obvious hint to his magic. As Nadia's like, why help us? Well, is she actually gonna try to repay her debt or actually feeling guilty? She wasn't just a heartless bitch we could kill? Is there more that turning to her? It's like, Rosebank, what's the meaning of this? As then we have Rosebank like telling her helmet to touch, I guess to like show, putting her helmet down to like show Percival by facial expression that she is legitimate. She's not trying to deception or something, which is fine because her power is probably deception based. Well, it is deception based. She's invincibility. As then we have Rosebank telling her, Lord Mortag, we really need to fight them to the death? Percival was enough of a man to save my life even after he learned who I was. If we talk this out, we are bound to reach some kind of agreement, aren't we? AKA, get the Four Knights of the Apocalypse and all their allies to serve us. Well, serve Arthur more specifically. I think that's what her mindset is. And again, like the prophecy is the Four Knights will destroy Arthur and the Camelot, but if they work for Arthur, that would also be kind of like a prophecy stopped. Like, they'll be, let's get them serving us kind of deal, which makes more sense in my opinion, in terms of like you get valuable soldiers, but you also get like other things. Like, I mean, granted, like we know that's not gonna happen because of what happened with Lancelot and Jericho, what Ironside did for Percival. Tristan, I guess you could say the whole Grudge of Edinburgh thing because of the threat to his mother and Arthur giving Death Pierce the chaos stuff to be able to do it. I guess Gawain doesn't really have anything major. It's just that she didn't want to live there because she wasn't getting the answers that she wanted. But besides that, but yeah, like I think that's what she's probably going for because like it's love and all, but she probably doesn't want Percival. And to be fair, again, I don't think, but like again, like Rosebank is a really weird character because she's probably not even the same age as the characters, and that's why she's more of like an immature to state. It's kind of like how Percival and Donnie are still kind of immature, even though they're supposed to be adults, and she may not even be that. Anyways, they are more like telling Rosebank, you must remember, Rosebank, we all swore to protect what we hold dear, and defeat the group of knights fair to destroy Camelot. Basically, like, okay, we can excuse that, but you do have to uphold your oath, or like, we have to stop them, or like, I don't know, it's difficult to say if they're gonna be angry or they're gonna go, this is treason, we must kill you, because again, like, Rosebank feels like a rookie, feels like someone who on normal circumstances would not even be approved by any of these captains to go on this type of mission. It was just Ironside's pick, which again makes me wonder why he picked her of all people. Like, was his invisibility really such a opti? Like, is she really such a good assassin with her invisibility that he actually thought she could kill one of the four knights with her stabbing in the bedroom or something? Oh my god, imagine if she got cut away in the bathroom. But yeah, anyways, they have Rosebank not really talking, just coming nervous. Please do not respond. As then we have Percival be like, all right, I'll accept your challenge. End of chapter. Which okay, we don't see. I'm actually kind of surprised. This is the final page of the chapter, and we don't have like a page where he's like, "Oh shit!" Like where Roseback's like, "What? I literally don't know how to do it. You are an idiot." Because again, like, my opinion on what Mortlak's magic is that he has some kind of like canceling magic ability when you respond to it or you accept his challenge. Like when you fight Mortlak, if you accept his challenge, your power is essentially useless against him. So it's like just a swordsman versus swordsman battle. And I'm basing this on the fact that Percival's skill was what was focused on this arc, where he wasn't skilled enough. And we saw like Mortlak. Well, we were, I guess you could say, reintroduced to Mortlak training the Odre, which is, I'm guessing, the spirit that the life spirits are comprising Percival pushed out when they were taking over the body. So I feel like and then we have this where Percival is training. So I think it's very likely this is gonna be like a simple blade to blade type of duel situation. Like it's gonna be Percival, his swordsmanship and his skill versus Mortlak and his swordsmanship and skills. It's kind of difficult to say, but I guess you could make a case that Mortlak is at his strongest, as powerful as the memories that Percival has about Ironside and Palgar type of deal. Like maybe Mortlak at his strongest is stronger than he saw Palgar because again, like that power boost that Percival got from this life from his Zaruda is a really big power bonus. So I do have to question if question. So I don't see if that even without the just a skill versus skill map fight. I don't see like Percival losing if Mortlak is weaker than than Percival's Palgod memories or Ironside's memories. Like I don't see him being weaker, unless even if he than those two. So I'm guessing that his swordsmanship skills and all that are above those memories. But we have to wait and see on that in the next chapter. And I guess Lancelot versus Fun, what was it, Fundura or Tornado? Fundura, that other guy that possible Nanashi character that we've seen. Like it's either one of those two. It's either gonna be one of those two. So yeah. As for the rest, I mean, I can't like. This is the thing. I don't see any of the remaining Chaos Knights giving Tristan, of all people, issue. Like again, if Roseback is not even an adult, I feel like Roseback would probably be the easiest to take down. Just knock her on the hat, assuming that they don't just like execute her because she hit it at Mortlak's its abilities by this respond. She's clearly like, and the fact that she lied about being saved by him, and she's trying to get the on an equal grounds type of deal. But then you get other ones like Bach, like he's also doesn't seem to be that high ranking or that powerful. He seems like again apprentice Holy Knight becoming a Holy Knight type of situation because of how he seems to be referring to anyone like Sirs and Boss and all that. And then you have the Alpha who have not been any more impressive than Buckler was. So it's like I don't see anyone. Okay, I don't see Tristan struggling against those guys, and that's it. I don't see why everyone else would just be waiting. Like, legitimately speaking, what Northern should do right now is like immediately knock out the Roseback when she's panicking when she's like, "I told you not to accept his challenge, you idiot!" Yet. And then the rest also go up against them. Like it's too overwhelming if you get my drift. Like the fact that the Tomina's away fine line start is like the big like finishing, and yeah, I don't see how this is gonna go. Like I imagine, like if we are going to go, if I had to assume, I would assume the next chapter is gonna be like more proper fights for starting the proper fights between Mortlak and Percival. And Lancer for Tomarol, with the other ones kind of having a free for all between each other. With then the next chapter after that probably being like one shot that's dedicated to purely beating all of them because again, like I don't see why there'll be such difficult opponents for Tristan and all the other guys up against the Chaos Knights. But then like proper fights for Lancelot Percival, but kind of supporting. You think Tristan will get a proper opponent. this arc, but who knows? Maybe it's one of the chaos that does have some brainwashing things he could do up against Patrician or something like that. Like maybe there is someone who can control the demons and they go up against Patrician and he'll like have his redemption moment. But yeah, anyways, that's the end of the chapter. The chapter is always like a setup chapter for the final fights, but yeah, this is pretty much it for it. Nothing special, nothing groundbreaking, nothing over the top. So yeah, anyways, I hope you like this chapter reaction. I hope you leave your thoughts in this chapter in the comments below. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all of you mortals next time. Goodbye.